a lot of these shelters, a lot of the animals don't get out, and the staff there has to make the unfortunate decision of who they think they can get adopted and still save space for all the ones that come in. So oftentimes the seniors are the first to go.
Here's the beauty. There are countless moments where I've said, thank God for Muttville, because I don't know what I'd do. It wouldn't have been a happy ending here.
After volunteering in shelters for years, Sherry Franklin was haunted by the plight of senior dogs. Great dogs, loving dogs, but not puppies. And because they weren't puppies, they didn't get adopted. In 2007, she founded Muttville Senior Dog Rescue. Muttville struck a chord, and it's grown tremendously, from rescuing 26 dogs that first year to more than 2,600 by the middle of 2014.
What's been happening lately is, since we've been around as long as we actually have adopters that are coming back for their second and sometimes third or fourth Muttville dog. I just love second-timers or third-timers, and I know that they love Muttville, and I know they love old dogs, and it really is so wonderful to see them continuing to support the mission and loving the old dogs. It's really just amazing.
Part of what makes Muttville special is that they make sure that a dog is ready for a new beginning. These are older dogs, some of whom have been neglected or abandoned. They need, and they get, medical exams, dentals, a whole Muttville makeover. There's a huge network of volunteers who are at the core of what gets done at Muttville. They transport, feed, walk the dogs, clean the facility, and there is a lot of cleaning. Help with paperwork, pretty much everything that needs to be done.
Seeing how the shelter is and how beautiful it is, and all these dogs, they threw them away, they put them in a shelter, they were gonna die. And there's all these wonderful volunteers there that take care of them, that love them. I walked in, I thought they were cooking lunch. It smelled so good in there. It turned out it's the crock pots, they're making dog food. I was gonna ask if I could stay for lunch.
After they have their dentals and their workups and they're put on proper medication, some of these dogs are just midlife, total midlife. And they've got the rest of their life to give as opposed to just a year left or so.
Hazel went to get her dental done. Before she had it done, she was kind of edgy and not the happiest dog. So we took her in and she had 18 teeth removed. And I swear to God, it was like the very next day this light bulb went off in her head, and that I can have fun, I can eat. It's just so like a different dog. And that happens all the time. You can't believe the difference in taking care of that mouth of these dogs that we get.
We're saving dogs every day, and to see them come in all ratty sometimes and, really they're sad stories, and then to see where they end up is just beyond awesome.
I came to check out Muttville and I saw him and he kept going in my lap, like a lot, and we kept following him on Muttville. I came to the festival and I adopted him. He sometimes jumps on my bed to see how I'm doing, and it's really cool.
I've had the good fortune of working in a shelter that works so closely with Muttville that I've gotten to play a role in many happy endings because of it.
Lola. Cocoa Pudding.
Mickey Jagger.
Ishkabibble.
This dog here, her name was Karma.
A little black Chihuahua, her name was Bon Bon.
Whose name was Mono.
This is Bonita.
Gracie. We're gonna name her Gracie.
Spanky. Yeah, definitely Spanky.
Animal Care and Control found a dog that had lost the use of his hind legs, and he wasn't getting the care he needed.
He ended up receiving a very serious sort of bed sores and urine scalding because he simply wasn't being cleaned properly and handled properly at all times. I was aware of our own limitations, But fortunately, Muttville was willing to step in. And Muttville took Spanky, and he's a happy little guy. I know that he's found a wonderful home. He's a popular little guy, he's a little man about town. He knows how to get around on that wheelchair. And so that was a really positive outcome.
Her name was Karma. She actually came from my old work at the Alameda Animal Shelter. She was like one of the greatest dog loves of my life. And she came into the Alameda shelter as a stray, and she had a big open wound on her neck, and she was just in really bad shape and pretty old also. So like I just knew her chances at the shelter were not good. That was the first time that I ever came here, was when I did her transport. As soon as I walked through the doors, just like the energy here, so much love, and she felt it too. Like as soon as she walked in the gates, it's like she was at home, and she went and laid on a bed and started doing her little rollover thing, and that was her new life. But then it also just opened my eyes to like this world, and like how can I be in this world? Like how can, you know, I make Muttville my forever home too.
For me, finding my way to Muttville has totally changed my life. There's still grief for me, and then all of a sudden there's this. This little guy has reminded me that, you know, love never dies. We may lose someone physically, but love is always there. So now what happens with him is that I have even more love. This is the one I chose, and he chose me, huh? Yeah.